Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, Sloka number 41. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Brahmana Kshatriya Visham Kshatriya Visham Shudranam cha parantapam Shudranam parantapam Karmani pravibhaktani Karmani pravibhaktani Swabhava prabhavairgunaihi Bhagavan Shri Krishna in this chapter, last month we have seen up to this 41st shloka. If you recollect how this chapter has started, Arjuna's question is, what is the difference between the Tyaga and the Sannyasa? Then there Bhagavan said, no difference, both are one and the same. Then later we heard about different stages of sannyasa. Then as a bonus or extra gift, Bhagavan started talking about another 6 topics. That is, one about the Jnanam, then Karma, Karta, Buddhi, Dhruti, and finally about the Sukham. All these headings Bhagavan spoken in 3 levels according to the gunas. That means Sattvika Jnanam, Rajasic Jnanam, Tamasika Jnanam. Now like that, the 6th topic which has got completed, then Bhagavan want to summarize. The 6th topic finally we saw, that is Sukham. Sattvika Sukham, Rajasika Sukham and Tamasika Sukham. After explaining all that, now Bhagavan has to wind up this teaching of Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, he is bringing back again what is actually the essence of the Vedas. Together, all the Vedas, either Purva Mimamsa or Uttara Mimamsa, and this Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Basically, Vedam, if you take totally and see them in 2 angles or the 2 eyes of the Veda, is Karma Kanda and then Jnana Kanda. Now, Bhagavan wants to again remind us, this is the purpose of the Vedas, to teach to a person about, first you grow in Karma Yoga, then grow out of the Karma Yoga, because beginning everybody needs to do the Karma Yoga, but provided we must understand what Karma Yoga means. Without knowing that, not just doing something. Now, when we are discussing the slokas of the previous class, there I explained to you about the 3 gunas and according to that 4 swabhavas. The four swabhavas are called four types of mentality. Swabhavam, nature. According to that, the person's profession should be like that. Now, Bhagavan again want to bring back and discuss about what is exactly the Karma Yoga. Now, as a conclusion about this topic up to this, in the 41st shloka, therefore Arjuna, the entire world, whether this Bhuloka or Swargaloka, or even in the plant kingdom or in the animal kingdom, everything is under the influence of these three gunas. Combinations may vary. In plants also, sattvic plants are there, rajasic plants are there, tamasic plants are there. From the tamasic plant only the drugs were taken. It is a plant. Ganja is a plant. And whoever consumes that, they will become so more tamasic and sleep. It is like a anesthesia, sedation. Same way in the animals also, sattvic animals are there, rajasic animals are there, tamasic animals are there. That by observing itself we can bifurcate and see them. So, Bhagavan says in the 39th shloka, 40th shloka, nothing is left in this world, whether it is Prudhivi or Divi, Deveshu. That means plant kingdom, animal kingdom, human beings, plus the divine beings also. All are under the influence of these three gunas. No one can escape when they have come into this material world once. That is said in the 40th shloka. Therefore, in 41st shloka, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. These three are kept in as one group and Shudra is kept as another separate. The reason I told Shankaracharya written like this, because these three of them are closely more intermingled, and not only that, these three of them only are having the Bupavitam Yagnopaveta karma. Shudra is not having that. Therefore, Bhagavan itself here, Shudranam Cha, he kept it separately. And their karmas are more important. This division is done not according to Bhagavan's whims and fancies, or because you born in this particular family, you will be titled as like this. No, because of your guna and swabhava. Swabhava is dominated by, presided by guna. According to that, therefore, Brahmana guna, Kshatriya swabhava, Vaishya swabhava, Shudra swabhava. This I explained to you from different angles, even in our body, all four are there. And if you look in the world, the three types of, mainly the goddess, one is knowledge-oriented people are called Brahmanas, and their job is to generation, preservation and propagation of the knowledge. Whoever do that, they are Brahmanas only. Now, for example, one person now, lady or man, taking the profession of teaching, but they know the value of this teaching. Teaching is not, everybody cannot do that. So they must read it, they must understand it, they must teach it. They must teach also with the feeling that by this I am generating this knowledge. That means what? This knowledge, either it is a religious knowledge or a material knowledge or a spiritual knowledge. Material means totally the materialistic things. Religious means somewhat which helps the person to become more disciplined and dharmic. Finally, when you come to the Shravanam, Mananam, all that, there you need the spiritual knowledge. So all are knowledge only. All are required. For example, a scientist is doing some research. So he is trying to generate some new idea. So he will work for that. So generation, preservation and propagation, whoever do of these material knowledge, religious knowledge or spiritual knowledge, they were called Brahmana. Not because you born in Brahmya community. So this division is not never, olden days also never done on the basis of the birth, on the basis of the Swabhava. That's why in one Brahmin community family, 2-3 children, all are not maybe intelligent and good in studies or ready to study. One may not able to study, one able to study. They born to the same parents. So the guna is not just coming because of the genes character. It is already in the Prakriti, in his Purva Janma, whatever the way of life he conducted, that samskara now is becoming like his Swabhava. Therefore, all Brahmin children are not doing the Brahmana's duty. Many of the Brahmana children are becoming engineers, doctors and contractors. But this father Brahmana is maybe Purohita. Now, the job is different now. Then we can call you as the, if you are taken the job working under somebody, you are a Sudra. Somebody tells that you do this, I will give this much, you sit and do. Then you are a Shudra, because you are not a policy maker there. Policy maker is somebody. Or instead of saying Shudra, maybe you can say Vaishya also. You want only money by doing this. So where is the question of you born in the Brahmin family but may not do it? The same way some are born, for example, Dronacharya and Ashwadhama, they were born in the Brahmin family. They lived like the Brahmins in the beginning and all that. They learned all the Vidyas and everything. But in the later stage of their life, they participated and took the astrams and participated in the war. So you are a Kshatriya Swabhava, but born in Brahmana. That's it. So name should be given now. Dronacharya by Swabhava is a Kshatriya. By birth is a Brahmana. So what? Swabhava is important. Ultimately, with your Swabhava, what kind of work you are taking in the society, that determines. Another example, the Vishwamitra is a Kshatriya, basically. That Vishwamitra then later on, by his tapas and practice and all that, he became a Brahmagnani, Brahmarshi. He became a Raja first, Rajarshi, then Brahmarshi became. And that born in Kshatriya, but later his Swabhava is transformed to the Brahmana Swabhava. Because of all that, he discovered the Gayatri Mantra. Therefore, that means what? Gayatri Mantra is not given by Brahmana born person. See how it is. But all the Brahmanas are taking that Gayatri. When Vishwamitra, after that he became a Brahmarshi, And then only the Gayatri Mantra revealed to him, and he is the inventor of the, discoverer of the Gayatri Mantra. That Gayatri Mantra become a basic practice for every Brahmana or three Varnas. So now how you will decide here who is Brahmana, who is Kshatriya? Swabhavajam. That is only Bhagavan says, Karmani Prabhivaktani. According to their karma, they were divided. Swabhava Prabhavaihi Gunaihi. Because of the gunas, their Swabhava. Because of their Swabhava, their karma is divided. That's it. So, not to say somebody is superior or somebody is inferior, all are required in the society. I remember last month I have explained in a very detailed manner, but it is very essential to understand perfectly, correctly, without any doubt in our mind. So the knowledge-oriented people are the Devata in our mythology, Hindu, Sanatana Dharma, Saraswati is indicated. So who are all working for the knowledge generation, propagation and preservation and propagation, they were all Saraswati worshippers, Saraswati group. But that alone is not enough, no. For all of these scientists are a Brahmagnani to teach the Brahmagnana religious practices. For all of them, what is needed? Food is needed. The things to survive, for them food, shelter and clothing are required. And that is produced by, next is wealth oriented, wealth producing. There also we can say wealth generation, wealth preservation, wealth propagation. Who are they? Vaishyas. That means they are all the worshippers of the Lakshmi group, Lakshmi group. Okay. First are all Saraswati group. Okay. So Karma Brahmana, Karma Vaishya. Then if these two are there, not enough infrastructure, then somebody should put them everything in a proper manner. Somebody should provide the infrastructure. For a scientist or a teacher, those days, the poet, the sculptors, the orators, the writers, they were all supported by the kings. That's why great poets are there in every field. Then because when the Raja supporting and looking after them, they need not to bother about their food, how I will get it. So Raja provide, or society will provide. Therefore, the scientist, he want a congenial atmosphere and things to do. So then only he can think and invent. That's why now in many countries the government supports them. They need not to think about what is the next food and where, nothing. All the time they will think about that. So infrastructure should be provided by the people in the society or by the rulers. Therefore, they are comes under the Shakti oriented, okay, ruling community or Parvati group. Shakti is Parvati. In this way, Kshatriya. Now, for these three of them, knowledge oriented, production oriented, infrastructure ruling and controlling oriented, all of them need a people to help them. Manpower is required. That serving community or manpower is called Shudras. Without these four, now society cannot be run. Everybody is important, everybody has got their own place. Therefore, no one should suffer, no one should suppressed in the name of the caste. This caste system and talking about the caste came later only. If you see here in Sanatana Dharma, all that, only Swabhavam is important. That's why Valmiki, who is a roadside robber, then that his name is something, before previous, Dinakara Daya, some name is there. He's a roadside robber. But because of the Naradaji's blessings and teaching, he became a Valmiki Maharshi. Otherwise, by birth, he is a tribal person. Then he turned into as a Rishi. So, he only written the Ramayana composing. Therefore, this is the things, Swabhavam, Gunam, Swabhavam, and then their karmas are pravibhaktani, means are allotted. Who allotted? His own Swabhava only. Nobody is not allotted. Nobody is not compelling that you do this. That's why either children or we, anybody, let them choose what they want to do. By forcing and compelling, the work which I don't like, and I will keep on struggle there, no happiness, no joy in doing, but still because for the sake of money more they are giving if I work, but I lose my mental peace. And I may get the more money, but I will spend that money only to the doctor because my health is not proper. Therefore, you choose the work where you are really enjoying and doing happily, and in that also there are again some more factors are there. Some more factors are there. What are they? Everybody, Shastra says, you must work in any field of this. Four we said no now, you work there according to taste and swabhava. But you work, this is my contribution to the society. Business community, they should feel that. The knowledge-oriented Brahmanas feel that this is my contribution to the society. That means don't work on the basis of the only money and earning. That you will get it anyhow. But don't calculate that alone. But finally, with my work, am I doing contribution to the society? This is where the importance and the purpose of Karma Yoga. What is the first principle of Karma Yoga? Proper action. Proper action with proper attitude. Proper action means what? Now from here 41 to Bhagavan is going to talk about this Karma Yoga only again up to 49. In that now he is first saying that proper action means according to your Swabhava you take up. But in that you be righteous because you are a businessman, you are interested doing, but don't cheat there. Don't expect too much profit alone in spite of everybody may lose their health or life, but I want more profit. Don't do like that. Everywhere, any of these four fields of four Swabhava people, you must do it. The proper action. First, proper action means according to my taste, my Swabhava I selected. Then, with proper attitude, there only this point comes. My attitude is, the world is nothing but the Ishvara, and here a big cosmic function is going on, and through my this work, as a Brahmana or Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, I am contributing to the society and Ishvara's creation. then there is a possibility for you to get the Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta Shuddhi. So when you do long period of time like this, contribution, my contribution, that's why the knowledge is given freely, should be given freely. The trade community and those people also, if you get more production, and even in the corporate companies and all that, it is now, they were talking, we must share and give to the society in the form of bonus to the labor, in the form of doing some kind of charity to the society, everybody. Same way Kshatriya also. As a ruler, as a controller I am, I should not do scams and loot the money of the people. Through my work, I must do best to the people and improve the infrastructure. Suppose production is there, Vaishyas are doing, and knowledge policy makers are also there, but there is no infrastructure, there is no roads, there is no shipping, there is no air. That's why now for the transportation is a big task for the government, connecting the people, increasing the trade, improving, and supply to be there. Supply chain should continue to the every corner of the country. These are so many things are there to a society to live together harmoniously. Therefore, here contribution, that is the attitude. Generally we say that Ishvara Arpana Buddhya Karma Kuru. Ishvara Prasada Buddhya Phalam Shvikuru. And there is one more important point, how much it is applicable nowadays or not, but let us try to understand. One is, those days, this later on some Raja's time also, some kind of coins, currency, gold coins, copper coins are there as a money. But that also came later only. And before that, if you stay still, now currency notes came, paper, paper. What exactly we don't know, because this paper which you keep the 500 note, tomorrow he says that its value has gone down. Now Indian rupee has fallen, inflation, something they say deflation, inflation, and dollar rate is increasing. So if you take now 500 rupees, you can buy in the shop only this much things. Those days if you take 100 rupees, 50 rupees, you are buying so many provisions to your house. That means this is keep on changing. But olden days the concept is no this kind of currency are like that. Whatever, suppose I produce, I have knowledge, I give the knowledge to you, you give me the food. Like that, the Kshatriya providing all the infrastructure and controlling and helping the safety of the people, then Vaishyas also will contribute. And even in the trade also, if I produce the rice and if you are producing the dal, I will give the rice to you, you give the dal to me. They are exchanging like this their productions, whatever they have. Suppose in my backyard, I am having lot of coconuts, and in your backyard you have a lot of mangoes and other fruits. You give that to me, I will give this to you. I need that, you need this. They are just sharing, no selling like and all that, no pricing and all like that. See how happily, think just how happily they may have lived. Because everybody is sharing. When this sharing and contribution to the society is not coming, then communism will come again. What communism says, why the haves only, all the time haves, they are rich people becoming rich, and poor become poor. Therefore, that revolution of communism, Maoism, all they came, but it doesn't withstand, it doesn't work. Our Vedic culture, Sanatana Dharma, is the proper vision. That's why now also days have changed. Now this yugam is different. People are doing different works. They are going to abroad, do everything. But are you really doing with the service mind? In whichever office I work, I will do best to my office. Through my work, the office, the business should grow. Then the office people, those if they get lot of profit, they must also think my employees are helped me, so let me take care of them. I will provide them good house, good food. I will give like that. Each one contribution, my contribution to the society. If this is the agenda in the mind, then you are a karma yogi. What will happen because of that? Your mind becomes purer. Gradually, you will develop the sacrificing mentality more and more, and no raga, no dvesha, no cunning, no cheating, no adharmic way of thinking. That helps you to enter into the spiritual sadhana, the Shastra Adhyayanam, study, understanding, contemplation and all that. If the Chittam is not pure, here the Shastra doesn't work. That's why many people are not showing interest and sparing and spending the time to the Shastra listening, because still they are not prepared. They have no qualification. If the qualification is there, automatically the eagerness will come. I should go on now, because now I am in the middle of my life, half of the life gone. At least now let me shift to the spiritual side of the life. Because two things Shastra talks, Purusha and Prakriti. So in the Prakriti we are all, from this we have to attain the Purusha Tattva or Paramatma Tattva. That is the Jnanam. For that the preparation is Karma Yoga, Purva Mimamsa of the Veda. So there is no any in between lot of confusion, discussions and arguments. They are all simply. That's why understanding correctly through a proper teaching and teacher and going ahead is very difficult. People won't get that such kind of right vision giving teachers in the society. Otherwise, again, same thing. By the time life ends. So here, so much things are there up to this 41st shloka. Now, after that, Bhagavan wants to show, yes, these are the traits of, characteristics of that Brahmana Swabhava. Brahmana Swabhava. Now, 42nd shloka, he enumerates here few things. Shamo damastapa shaucham shantirajyavamevacha Gnanam vijnanamastikyam brahma karma swabhavajam. See here, jam means born because of swabhava. Swabhava is because of guna. So, which is born out of this is the Brahma karma. This is the Brahmana karma. Brahmana means, because if he is having a sattva guna pradhana and his swabhava is a Brahmana swabhava, that swabhava, through that, these things he will more focus on. Brahma karma. Here Brahma means not the Vedantic Brahma. Brahma karma, these are the duties of the Brahmana. What are they? Shamaha. Shamaha means mind control, focusing of the mind. As I told no just now, scientists also need a mind control. If his mind is running here and there and not having a controlled mind, how you can do research and find out? Therefore, in 6th chapter, Bhagavan said about these all words are already mentioned in the previous chapters. It is a just recollection and again a recap. What 6th chapter told about this Shama? Arurukshor muner yogam Shama karana muchyate. Yoga means here who already gained the control, Chitta Shuddhi, because of Karma Yoga. Now he is ready to shift to the spiritual life, Jnana Kanda, for him, Arurukshaha Munihi Yogam. Here Jnana Yogam. What he needs a Shamaha Karana Muchyate, withdrawal and control of the mind. Then Damaha, control of the senses. In 2nd chapter, it is mentioned, like by giving the example of the tortoise, Bhagavan said, Yada samharate chayam kurmongani vasarvashaha. As like the tortoise withdraw its 6 limbs, 2 front legs, 2 back legs, and the head and the tail. When it is under threat, it just pulls everything inside. Like that, this spiritual seeker is now have the control of the sense organs also in the same way. Then third is tapaha. The Brahmana's karma is tapaha. This tapaha is mentioned in the 17th chapter, okay, 13th chapter also, together these 3 words, tapaha, shaucham, shantihi, arjavam. These 4 comes in the 13th chapter, 7th shloka. Then 17th chapter, kayika, vachika, manasika tapas. Bhagavan mentioned kayika tapas, vachika tapas, manasika tapas. And Shaucham, Shanti, Arjavam are mentioned in the 13th chapter, where it is said like this, Amanitvam, Adambitvam, Ahimsa, Shanti, Arjavam. All these words are very clearly explained, we discussed there. Just to remember, Shaucham, tapas means austerity. Actually, tapam, every action of my day should be considered as the tapam. That means it purifies me. Therefore, wherever Lord kept me, whatever infrastructure, environment is provided, this is for my growth. Don't grumble and fight with the people or the environment or situation. This is, I opt. This is the choice for me. I mean, here no choice. Here I have to grow. But not understanding, people will struggle and fight and want to change the situations, want to change the people, and to run away from the situation, job, people fight because they didn't understand, because their preference is their own choice and their own likes and dislikes, not the contribution or the Lord provided all this. Because I deserve this only. I deserve this only, that's why I got all these things. So tapa is very important. Tapas, a alert living every moment is called tapomaya jivanam. An alert and attentive, vigilant, without the pramad alasya nidra. In the previous shlokas we read now, tamasika sukham, the person, he feels happy in his laziness. He feels happiness in his forgetfulness. He feels happy in his not completing his work, committing the same mistake again and again. Alasya. So, tapam is that. Shaucham is cleanliness, purity, internal, external purity. We saw this in the Patanjali Niyamas also, Shaucham. Then Kshantihi. Kshanti means tolerance, patience. That also needed. These are all the Brahmana should have and follow and improve them. He has to watch all the time. With these things are with me, am I improving still more and more in this? Kshantihi. Then Arjavam, straightforwardness. Straightforwardness means there is no any again doubt about what he is doing and the path in which he is walking. I mean, firm abidance and commitment to the cause is Arjavam. No fear of I lose this thing, that thing. As long as I am following the dharma, I never lose anything. It looks like seemingly I may lose some kind of facilities, some kind of money, some kind of praise or these things. Let it be. I know very well that is not important. Following the dharma is important. Therefore, we often say Rama is the embodiment of dharma. So many situations changing, so many occasions, so many interactions with so many people, but Rama never gets deviated from his path of following the dharma. But he is accepting everybody, he is friendly with everybody, available to everybody. Then Jnanam and Vijnanam. Two words are used. Here Jnana means secular knowledge. We must know our theoretical knowledge, we can say. We must know theoretically also about the surrounding, the world, everything we must know. Then that is otherwise called Aparavidya, but that is there. Anatma, Aparavidya is there. Secular knowledge. There only the dharma will come. Dharma, Aparavidya, Avidya, but still dharma comes under that only. Unless you follow the dharma and righteousness, your material, this world, your life, material life cannot become successful. If that is not successful, your spiritual life cannot be taken care of. Therefore, Vijnanam is the sacred knowledge, or we call it as a Paravidya or practical. Means what? Swanubhavam. Finally, this Aparavidya, this Anatma body-mind complex should help me to get the Paravidya, Brahmavidya, Swatmarupa Swa Anubhavam, Swatmarupam. Therefore, Jnanam and Vijnanam. Then, Astikyam Evacha. Finally, ninth one. Totally 8 over, ninth one. Astikyamanna Shraddha, faith. We must have the faith on the Shastra. The faith on the Shastra and the faith on the teacher's teachings should never get weakened. There should not get any crack in your Shraddha. If that happens, then you will lose the sight of your path. So, Astikyam. Okay? Because many ups and downs and many hardships all we will face in the life. But because of my life ups and downs and the situations changing physically, mentally, all changes happens, Prakriti. But I am not losing what Veda saying, the truth I never know. So I never compromise and again turn back. So astikya buddhi, that means faith on the Ishvara, Shastra, Guru. If these things are all there, these are all the duties, Bhagavan saying, these are all Brahma karma. If you are a Brahmana, you have a Sattvika guna, these things should be with you. Are they are with you? Are you practicing to improve them? You have to practice them means my actions, my lifestyle should improve all this in me. Then I am a Brahma, I am doing a Brahma karma. So Brahmana is he. After telling that, in 43rd Sloka, Bhagavan says about the Kshatriya. Shauryam tejo dhrutir yuddhe chapya palayanam dhanamishvara bhavascha kshatram karma swabhavajam. Here again, jam means born. Brahma karmajam. Here Kshatriya. Kshatram karma swabhavajam. What are the Kshatriya's karmas? What are the qualities he should have? If he have that, he is called Kshatriya. One by one, here also Bhagavan gives some 8 points here. One is Shauryam. Who is a Brahmana? You remember that day we are given a approximate combination percentage. Sattva guna is 75%, 15% is Rajoguna, 10% Tamoguna, Brahmana. Now here Kshatriya is 75% Rajoguna and 15% Vaishyaguna, 10% Tamoguna. Like that. So Kshatriya. Kshatriya, as I explained before, Kshatat Trayate iti Kshatriya. The society which he is ruling, for which he is the leader and controller, that society should not get degraded. Kshatat. Otherwise, Kshamat, no any kind of drought, no any kind of scarcity, no any kind of suffering in the society should not take place. So, Kshatat, Kshamat, okay, or Kshayat, all are, so no degradation, no wrongdoings in the society. He should create rules like that to keep everybody under control. Government, Kshatriya. First is Shauryam. He should have heroism. Okay? That means Shauryam, to take decision. Policy making is done by the intellectual people, Brahmana Swabhava, those days. Then Kshatriya has to just accept it, take it and implement. To implement, he should have guts. If that is not there, now many committees submit many reports to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister should have, first of all, understanding, oh, this is the intellectual community for about the finance. All experts group committee will be there. They will all the time monitor, work on it, and they give this is the situation. Then after seeing that, yeah, the Prime Minister should understand, and then he must implement and do what he is supposed to do. That is called Shauryam. Not taking the sword and killing the people. Kshatriya means that is not only the job. Okay? Shauryam. Then Tejaha. There should be power. he should have all the power to implement and dictate. Not to be as a dictator, but to dictate means to guide the people, to guide the people who are working under him also, like that, tejaha, and then dhrutihi, willpower. He should not lose his will, should not never show the weakness in him. That means dhrutihi, even big any kind of calamities comes in the society. Okay. Now, unfortunately, scam happened in the NEET exams. Now, the Prime Minister personally looking into it. Now, again, they decided the date 21st June. Whole India again, the exam should be conducted. Now, he is personally seeing that matter and seeing that how it should. So, it is a big setback like. But even such kind. Now, oil fuel crisis is there because of the war is going on. But without losing the hope and even that kind of, should not feel then how is it possible whether we can come out of this crisis or not. No, Kshatriya always should look positively and look for better. Yeah. So we will do. Okay. We can do, we must do, we will do. As Chinmaya Mission pledge ending says, Daksham. Okay. Daksha means dakshata. Okay. He should be a resourceful to the every department person. How many departments should work around the Prime Minister office? And all are connected to Prime Minister office. So Daksha means he is a resourceful, yeah. He must be able to give good novel ideas and get the ideas from the experts also. Or Daksha means any kind of important national work in the interest of the nation, able to take up and implement skillfully. He is called Dakshyam. Dakshata, expertization. Okay. How Corona, the whole world is appreciated, no, India. Actually, then according to our population, the number of deaths are less here. And we are the people produced the vaccine and we have given to all our people and supplied to many other countries also, neighbor countries. Then, in that way, another thing, yuddhe cha api apalayanam. A Kshatriya never should not run away from the situation. Okay, that's a very insult. If anybody goes to the war field and came back without fighting, whether you fight, win or die, the Kshatriya, Rani's Patnis are all, they never look at his face if he comes like that. That's why Veera Maranam, they will put Veera Tilakam and go. Otherwise, insult. Arjuna actually wants to run away and show his back and see how Bhagavan struggling to put him and same time he is giving a very highest knowledge. Because your karma, your swabhava is that, your duty is that, do it, that's it. Do with Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. Do for the sake of protection of dharma. Then, Dhanam. The Kshatriya must always have, Dhanam is meant for everybody. Brahmana also should do Dhanam, whatever is. But Kshatriya means he should, that's why a lot of fund should be allotted to many different categories, people, helping them, scholarships. These are all Dhanam only. And giving some subsidies. Now, the agriculture, the people, if they are in suffering, they have to give some subsidy and some loan should be given. Even it is not his own money, but even Brahmana gives a lot. Kshatriya, sorry. In Brihadaranyaka we saw, those days what is dhanam or gift or anything, Yagnavalkya, 1,000 cows, that Raja giving Janaka, 1,000 cows, studded with the gold on the horns of the cow. Not gold plated, gold itself. And Yagnavalkya is so confident that he called his Sishyas, hey, take all the 1,000 cows before debate itself. Then afterwards debate, one after another, one after another. Not only that, one lady Gargi also came in that. Finally, Yagnavalkya defeated all them and won the debate. So, gift, dhanam, only. That's why those days property means cows, land, paddy, trees, some other, these are all the property. Then you can share it, give it, like that. That's why they used to increase all of them, cows and everything. Okay. Dhanam, generously he should give. That's why he allows, suppose one Rishi comes, I want to conduct a Atirudra Yagam for the benefit of the society, but Brahmana cannot conduct such a big thing. He goes and asks the Raja, Raja provides and gives everything. Nowadays, if you see, for all the religions, except Hindu religion, of course now change, government gives the support for the one religion people to go to Makkah. They give some fund because all the charges takes a lot of money. Like that they are providing, but they are neglecting the majority people, Hindus here, nobody is not taking care. Really speaking, they are looting and taking away all the temple money, everything. Now slowly it is changing, many provinces. Anyhow, dhanam, then Ishvara bhavaha. Ishvara bhava means as a Ishvara is the ruler of the whole world, Raja is the ruler of and the controllership, overlordship on his own kingdom. He must have such a magnanimity, generosity, capacity, everything. Then he rules. These are all the Kshatriya karma, swabhavam. Like that Bhagavan explained, and in the 44th Sloka he tells about both of them. Just we will read it, it is simple. About the Vaishya and Shudra. One line is about Vaishya and another line is about Shudra. Krushi Gauraksha Vanidyam Vaishya Karma Swabhavajam Paricharyatmakam Karma Shudrasyapi Swabhavajam. See, for Brahmana, Bhagavan explained 9 characters. They are not characters actually. That is their karma. They should live with that. They always work for those things. Kshatriya 8 given. Now for Vaishya, Krishi, Goraksha and Vanidyam. Agriculture, Vyavasayam, Vyaparam. We want to say simply. Agriculture and cattle growing and ordering and trade. If these things are all should be there if you are a Vaishya Swabhava, Vaishya Karma Swabhavajam. Only one line Bhagavan finished. So all kinds of any agriculture, different things, plus cattle increasing the domestic needed all kinds of that animals, then Vyaparam. Then what about the Shudra? Only one word, Paricharya Atmakam. You be ready to his Swabhavam, Yes, I should serve. I should serve to the Brahmanas, I should serve to the Kshatriya, I should serve to the Vaishya. So Shudra will go and help and work whenever they needed in all the places. That is the Shudra Swabha. So if I have only that kind of working under somebody, if they give something. That's why Swamiji jokingly says that all government servants who are all working under any office or anybody, they are all Shudras. Now, how many Brahmanas are working like that? So, how you can call, according to Krishna's description, Brahmana Swabhavam. Now, you are born, maybe you are a Kshatriya or Shudra. So, Paricharya. So, they need not to do anything. Just whatever they say, they will do. So, policy makers are intellectual Brahmanas, implementation of that infrastructure giving is Kshatriya, and helping for all the trade and food and shelter, these are all Vaishya, and in constructing all these things and execute, lot of working labor community is required, because that much only he can do. He cannot do any other than that. Nobody said you do this. You work hard and you show your talent and you grow. But without understanding this, these politicians has brought out this casteism and this and that, the quota and reservations, so this backward, forward and all that. Because we lost this kind of attitude and thinking in our lifestyles. So everybody started becoming selfish. Naturally, that is the situation. That's why always the people who are having whatever they have, they must share it. They must give in charity to the people and others also. So in this way, Bhagavan again roughly again told about these are the swabhavams. But later on he enumerated really the attitude should be what? This is the right profession you select. Then do with that profession with right attitude. So we'll conclude here now and continue later. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.